Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Dave from mygunvalues.com, and today we're going to finish mounting the scope to these rings that we lapped in our last video. Unfortunately, the sharp-eyed of you, if you'll go back and check the last video, you notice that this base has now been flipped around. This scope tube wasn't long enough to mount on the bases in their original configuration. So I had to take this off, turn it around, check my scope alignment, and as it turned out it was still good. So that means it's nice and level all the way through. But I would have, if I had to relap it, I'd had to relap it. Just that's kind of the way things go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and finish mounting this sucker. So I did also flip the ring, so it's running the other way. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to put these screws in. Just so they're starting to snug up. I know my head's in the way of the close-ups, but I had to make sure this thing lines up. Again, I'm doing these screws like I do the lug nuts on a tire. You want to keep that torque even. Okay, now what we do is we bring our level in here across the rail. Okay, now we'll take the other level and put it up there. So you notice, I'm hoping that this is showing up in the close-up camera. If it's not, I apologize. Okay. Okay. So very carefully, so you don't bump anything and knock all your stuff off here. Very gingerly tighten it down. Okay, we're still on bubble on both of those. The next thing you do before you torque it down, make sure it fits you right. Make sure when you bring it up here that it looks level to you. And then the other thing you want to make sure, do you have the right eye relief for you when you hold the rifle like you would normally hold a rifle, and you weld it down, put your cheek down there, do you have a nice full field of view through the scope? And I do. Okay. So the last thing we want to do here I'm going to torque this thing down. Okay, we're set on 25 inch-pounds. And I'll bring each one up to it slowly, so I'm putting the same amount of torque. Yeah, see? On each screw. You hear that click, you know that screw's at 25 inch-pounds. Okay, and then you don't want to store this set on 25, you want to bring it back to 0. That way you don't keep that spring in there wound all the time. And that scope's now mounted. Now the next step is bore sighting it, and I've got to really reset the cameras to do that, because I want to show you, I want to do the best I can to show you how bore sighting works. So I'm going to reset the cameras, and I'll be back with you. Probably going to call this one a wrap, and we'll do another video on bore sighting. But thanks for watching. Check us out on the web at mygunvalues.com, or you can leave a comment for us here on YouTube, and we'll try to help you out in any way we can. Thank you for watching.